The Arizona Cardinals will get more on their injury situation and Baker Mayfield's injury situation later in the week. In the meantime, we know at 3-8, this season is destined to be a very forgettable year for the Cardinals. The question is, well, I mean, it's in part, what are they going to do about it? But there's also a little bit of lingering kind of the shame of it all. And the shame of it all is that they're wasting a tremendous season from Trey McBride.
The numbers are just incredible when you look at what Trey McBride has done this year, and it's just the first thing you think of is like you all we talk about is the losing, game after game, the 5 straight losses at home, the 3-8 record, the coach and the offensive coordinator, the decisions and all of that. Trey McBride is among tight ends this season. 71 receptions are number one. 718 yards are number one. 7 touchdowns are tied for number one. He's got the most routes run. He has 301 receptions since entering the NFL, tied with Jimmy Graham for the most by a tight end in his first 4 seasons in NFL history. Mm-hmm. But you are looking at a really special season. Think about this. There are 6 games left in the season. He needs 29 catches to go over 100 catches. He's going to get that if he stays healthy. He might clobber that. I mean, if he averages 6 catches a game, he's going to clobber that. So it's the one thing that I thought about is, God, it's just to have such a great season by Trey McBride and for it to be on a 3-8 football team is just, it's tough because he's very difficult for any defense to contain, to cover. As we say all the time, linebackers can't run with him. Safeties are too slow for him. Too small for him, not slow, but too small for him. He's a nightmare matchup for defenses, and he's having an absolutely fantastic season, even with the change at quarterback.
Yeah, he had 111 catches last year for 1,146 yards. So
he needs 40 more catches to top that in 6 games.
So you're going to look at back-to-back extraordinary years out of Trey McBride, right, where it's likely over 100 catches, where it's likely over 1,000 yards receiving. It kind of puts to bed all those thoughts we used to have about the Cardinals and tight ends and how they could never find a good one. There's no question this season you are wasting a great Trey McBride season. I'll take it one step further, and this is going to sound very ungrateful 2 days before Thanksgiving. I hope they don't waste a great Trey McBride career.
Oh,
I hope Trey McBride doesn't become one of those players who, you know where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Who just a great player, and it's not just the Cardinals, right? Like Paul Goldschmidt was a perpetually great player on a Diamondbacks team that just never did that much when he was there.
Don Mattingly with the Yankees never won a World Series.
Don Mattingly with the Yankees.
Whole career, never won a World Series.
And I know it's early. Trey McBride's, 26 years old. It's too early to start saying things about, but think about it this way. Trey McBride last year was disappointing. This year is going to be disappointing. Next year is going to be some version of a rebuild, either a full rebuild or a partial rebuild. Either way, they're going to be trying to put the pieces back together from a team that wasn't very successful, and I don't think a lot of us think they're going to be very good next year. Now you're running on 3 straight years of Trey McBride potentially having special years in the NFL and not leading the team success. You hate it when guys like Trey McBride, who are very easy to like, very easy to root for, and very good at their jobs, that they're not rewarded with team success. That is really hard to take.
Do you remember all the talks about a lot of fans wanting Larry Fitzgerald to go try to win a Super Bowl with the Patriots or somebody else?
Of course.
For years. It was like, this team's not going to win. Like, you need to go somewhere else. You need to go play somewhere where you have a chance to win.
Felt the same way about Shane Doan and the Coyotes. Go.
Yeah.
Go. It's fine.
Go somewhere.
We understand. Go win. Have fun. Enjoy some success. Play on good teams. And it's I'm not making any declarations, and I'm not saying this is how it's going to be. We like Trey. We've had Trey on our show a dozen times, if not more, right? Like he's having, I hope he doesn't have one of those careers where we look back on it and hey man, let's give it up for Trey McBride. He was a really good player for a number of years on a really bad football. Aeneas Williams. I know I'm going in the Wayback Machine. He was a really good player
Uh-huh.
on really bad football
He was the
teams for
best.
years and years.
Him
right?
against Michael Irvin was the best matchup on a Sunday you could have, and he went to the Rams for the final 2 years of his career. Doan went to a Western Conference Finals. Booker's been to an NBA Finals. Fitz has been to a Super Bowl. Now, even with that said, you play all those years, you only have a couple of years. Fitz played a long time. He only had like 2 years of success, like real success in his career. So you do wonder if, sometimes, I remember Ray Bork when he was with the Bruins and he left the Bruins. He went to the Avalanche and he won a Stanley Cup. He won a Stanley Cup, and it was like, the Bruins fans were like, we sucked. We weren't going to win. Let him go get that cup. Let him go taste that. So I do understand. I do understand it. I think it's early because he's only 26. If he was 30, I think it'd be a different conversation. He's been in the league. This is his 4th year in the league. He's 26 years old. I mean, he's still going to be in his prime for the next 5 years.
I know.
But to your point, like, you've got a generational type tight end on your roster. You got to find a way to have success with this guy because these guys don't. My whole time in Arizona, they never had a good tight end.
What I don't want to have happen, okay, is we've both been to that stadium 100 times, all right? And you can look at the names in the Ring of Honor at State Farm Stadium, okay? And there are a lot of players who were up there who were on very bad teams. You can look at the names at the Ring of Honor, and you can remember the good Carson Palmer teams. You can remember the good Kurt Warner teams, right? I'll use our own Ron Wolfley as an example. Ron Wolfley, a great Arizona Cardinal. He wasn't on any good teams when he was here, right? You just hope that one day when Trey McBride's name is up there in that Ring of Honor, that you'll be able to look at his name and remember the good teams that he was on and the good moments that the teams that he was on provided rather than just an individual great player. Because I think we celebrate the players with the team success more than we do the individual great player.
To your point, the Diamondbacks will celebrate the 25th anniversary of their World Series title coming up next year.
Mm-hmm.
You'll remember the great season Gonzo had and Randy had, and they all because of the success that they had. So I don't disagree with you at all.
Thanks for watching Burns Gambo. Click to see more from the guys and hit the button in the middle to subscribe so you never miss a video from Arizona sports.